As everybody knows, on Monday of this week, Donald Trump, of course, named Alina Habba, the woman who has lost all the court cases she has tried for him, as the new interim U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. But also, a lot of other news happened this week that kind of, was way more important. So Alina Habba's little makeshift press conference that she held for herself after the announcement was overlooked. But I'm not going to let it go, because this might be one of the dumbest exchanges I have ever seen between a member of this administration and the media that also shows why Alina Habba is grossly unqualified for the job that she now holds. So here's what happened. After Donald Trump made the announcement, Alina Habba proudly walks out of the White House up to reporters that were there, not for her, but she made it about her. So she walks up to this group of reporters and goes, Good morning. I'm sure you've seen President Trump has just put out a statement that he has appointed me as the interim U.S. Attorney for the state of New Jersey, my home state. As you know, I've stood by President Trump, his family, the organization, and many other clients in that state where I've been born and raised, and I'm raising my babies now. But there is corruption, there is injustice, and there is a heavy amount of crime right in Cory Booker's backyard and right under Governor Murphy, and that will stop. I look forward to working with Pam Bondi with the Department of Justice and making sure that we further the president's agenda of putting America first, cleaning up mess, and going after the people that we should be going after, not the people who are falsely accused. That will stop in the great state of New Jersey starting now. Thank you so much. So she brought up two Democratic politicians from New Jersey, Cory Booker and Governor Murphy. That's important to the story, but before I get to that, this arrogant piece of shit comes out like she just won the Nobel Prize. It's like, good morning. Thank you all for coming here. Yes, I appreciate. Like, they weren't even there for you. And oh my God, this woman is crazy. Like, absolutely bonkers, bat crap, crazy. So the reporter's like, all right, we'll take the bait. We're here. Let's talk, I guess. I mean, you're already talking at us. So one reporter goes, who are the people you want to go after? Because she said there's lots of corruption. We got to go after the people. So the reporter's like, oh, okay, who? I mean, obviously, since you're saying there's so much corruption, you must know. And she's like, we'll see when I get in there. I mean, we got to see what's going in. So you literally just told these people in your grand announcement that you're going to get to the bottom of the corruption. And the guy's like, how? And you're like, fuck, I don't know. Do you know? I mean, that is why you're dumb. That is not why you're dumb. That proves that you're dumb, but that's why you're unqualified for this. Like, I'm going to get these horrible people. Hey, who are the horrible people? Hell if I know. I'm at a loss for words. She's so dumb that it's making me dumb having to read her words. But it gets funnier, folks. So the reporter, after Alina Habba says, like, I don't know who it is, reporter goes, is there not politics in talking about... And before the reporter could finish, Alina Habba jumps in and goes, I know you'd love that narrative. Let me be very clear. You mentioned politics, the reporter jumps in. And she goes, Paul, I didn't actually. So Paul, the reporter, goes, you brought up Cory Booker and Governor Murphy. So she's like, I never talked politics. Like, you're talking about Democratic politicians and how ineffective and weak they are. That's what you got at. And you're like, I didn't do that. And Paul's like, actually, you did. So Alina Habba then finishes by saying, correct. Okay, so you denied that you did it. And then when he points out that you did it, you're like, oh, yes, I did. Correct. Because I think Cory Booker and Governor Murphy have failed the state of New Jersey. If you look at what happened in crime, what's on in Newark, what's gone on in Camden, this has been a neglected state. It is one of the most populated states for its size, and it needs to stop. Okay, but then that goes back to Paul's first question. Who needs to be stopped? What is going on? Where is this corruption, this institutionalized corruption that you speak of? But if he had followed up with that question, we would have ended up in an endless loop where she would have repeatedly said, I don't know. Stupid people getting positions they do not deserve. Positions that they are grossly unqualified to hold. And because they're now held by these grossly incompetent people, bad things are going to happen. That is the mantra of this Trump administration. You cannot point to a single person that Donald Trump has put in a position of power that you could say, yeah, that makes sense. None of it makes any sense. And these are the kinds of answers you get from people who don't know what the hell they're doing. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.